Good day, everyone. And these are the Group 4 reporter. And these are the topic. Heat exchanger. Learning objectives. At the end of the sessions, students should be able to understand on what are the working principles of the heat exchanger. Determine on how to clean heat exchanger. Important to know of what types of heat exchangers used on board. And these are the reporter.
Hi, good day everyone. We are reporting for Group 4 and me and my group will be the one to report it, how heat exchanger will be in process. So, heat naturally flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. Therefore, if a hot fluid and a cold fluid are separated by a heat conducting surface, heat can be transferred from the hot fluid and the cold fluid. And the next explanation will be provided from next.
So I'm the second reporter of Group 4. I'm tackling about the uses of heat exchanger on board. Heat exchangers are a kind of thermal machine widely employed on ships of every type, from cruise ship to large commercial ones, where they provide cooling of engines and hydraulic oil in order to ensure the perfect lubrication and working conditions of each transmission and power system on board. That's the use of exchanger on board.
Good day, classmates. Good day, sir. I'm Eugene Cadete Bismarck Charlie. We're going to discuss the slide 3 all about um, shell, the principle of shell and tube heat exchanger. Okay, so now I'm going to explain what is heat exchanger briefly. Okay, so are used to transfer heat from one medium to another. Okay, so let's start what is the principle of shell and tube heat exchanger. So one fluid flows inside the tubes and the other through the shell. And and also second explanation. While flowing they exchange the heat, which means the cold fluid gains the heat from the hot fluid. Okay, that's all of my report. Thank you.
The types of heat exchangers used on board. Plate type heat exchanger. A plate heat exchanger is a type of heat exchanger that uses metal plates to transfer heat between two fluids. This has a major advantage over a conventional heat exchanger in that the fluids are exposed to a much larger surface area because the fluids are spread out over the plates. A plate heat exchanger is the lowest cost option because it can achieve high heat transfer coefficients, with pure counterflow giving the most efficient heat transfer and lowest surface area. Maintenance cost is also reasonably low, especially compared to scrape surface heat exchanger. Shell tube heat exchanger. As its name implies, this type of heat exchanger consists of a shell, a large pressure vessel, with a bundle of tube inside it. One fluid runs through the tubes and another fluid flows over the tubes through the shell to transfer heat between two fluids. The shell and tube heat exchanger contains a large shell and many tubes. A fluid stream passes through the tubes and another stream passes through the shell to trade heat energy. The improved heat transfer signifies a faster transfer rate and higher heat capacity of the system. The difference between the plate heat exchanger and shell and tube heat exchanger are high heat transfer coefficient, and the logarithmic mean temperature difference.
Guys, we're talking about right now the shell tube heat exchanger. So, as its name implies, this type of heat exchanger consists of a shell, a large pressure vessel with bundle of tubes inside it. So one fluid runs through the tubes and another fluid flows over the tubes through the shell to transfer the heat between the fluids. So in short, this ang shell tube heat exchanger ang iyahani kay kanang tube type niya siya. So since it names from the shell tube heat exchanger sa one tube. So one fluids run through the other tubes. So ang fluid niya, so moagi ni sa mga tube, and then between the tubes, so ang kaning tube, ang mga liquid mo agi man na tira siya mo kaan, it's either bubugnaw or mukaan mainit. So what is shell and tube heat exchanger, or let's say how does a shell and tube exchanger work? So let me explain. The shell and tube exchanger contains a large shell and many tubes. A fluid stream passes through the tubes and another stream passes through the shell to trade heat energy. So the improved heat transfer signifies a faster transfer rate and higher heat capacity of the system. So in short, we must put simply a heat exchanger in device which transfers heat from one medium to another. So that is the shell and tube exchanger.
So good day everyone, and good day sir. I'm Engine Cadet Tapion J. Mark. Today I will discuss or explain further in my part on reporting. It's all about my topic is all about the procedure on how to clean the heat exchangers. But first, we have steps to clean a heat exchangers. So first, turn the power off to the furnace by turning off the breaker at the junction box. That is the first steps. And the second is remove any dirt or debris from the heat exchangers block by using a wire brush. That is a second. The third is using a strong hot vacuum the interblock assembly. That is the third. And the last one is turn the breaker back on to supply power for your furnace. But that is the last steps, and these are the equipment or chemicals while using a clean a heat exchangers. First, you have pressure washer. What kinds of pressure washer? Then when you use a pressure washer, we have a chemical use, that is the degreaser. Degreaser is anti corrosion, and that's it. Anti corrosion. Degreaser is the one also commonly used in like dirt of metal, the dirt of alloy or aluminum. That's it, and that is the equipment to be used. That's degreaser, and that's also in my part of my reporting. Thank you, and hope you learned something.
Good day everyone, I'm Engine Cadet Sulapas and I'll continue the report of Group 4. So next is cleaning interval. Depending on the product specification and temperatures of operation, cleaning typically occurs every 10 to 24 hours. So basically it says that intervals of cleaning is around 10 to 24 hours intervals. And next, heat exchangers are cleaned every 1 to 3 years, depending on the type, size, and service. Keeping up heat exchangers free of buildup from sediments, hard water deposits, chemicals, solids, and others throughout, and proper cleaning improves operational efficiency and extends the exchanger's life cycle. So next reporter.
I'm Engine Candidate Balesera Christian. I'm going to discuss to you the materials used including gaskets of plate type heat exchanger. The materials used of plate type heat exchanger, which is the plates and the gaskets. The basic the basic plate heat exchanger consists of a series of thin corrugated plates that are gasketed or welded together. It depending on the liquids passing through and in whether it is practical to be able to subsequently separate the plates for whatever reason. The plates are then compressed together in a rigid frame to create a arrangement of parallel flows channel. One fluid travels in a odd number channels and the other one is even number channels.
Good morning everyone, I am Engine Cadet Mark A. Salazar and this is my report. Materials used including gaskets of plates type heat exchanger. Plate and gasket materials. Plates for PHA can be obtained in oil-pressable materials. Most common materials are SS304 and SS316. Stainless steel gaskets are available in wide range elastomers nitrile rubber. Nitrile rubber, also known as nitrile butadiene rubber, NBR. This rubber is unusual in being resistant to oil, fuel, and other chemical. Nitrile rubber, also called nitrile, an oil-resistant synthetic rubber produced from a copolymer of acrylamide and butadiene. Its main applications are in fuel hoses, gaskets, rollers, and other products in which oil resistance is required. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Engine Cadet Torres Jumel, and my topic is a material used including gasket of plates type of heat exchanger. A plate and gasket materials is a plates where PHA can be obtained in all pressable materials. Most common materials are also known as stainless steel 304 and stainless steel 316. A gasket are available in a wide range of elastomers. Nitrile rubber. Nitrile rubber, also known as a nitrile butadiene rubber or NBR. This rubber is unusual in being resistant to oil or fuel and other chemicals. The heat exchanger is 304 contains 18% chromium and 8% nickel, while 316 contains 16% chromium, 10% nickel, and 2% molybdenum. The molybdenum is added to help resist corrosion to chlorides. And that's all for today. Thank you.